Wow. Hello, everyone. I know it has been a long time since you've heard our voices. I'm sure you've missed us. Sheon Alpha, what's up?
I'm alright. I'm unavailable. They know they see me
So
in the
you're
immortal
timeless, Abby.
in the immortal words of the great poet Davido,
The philosopher.
the great philosopher. I'm unavailable.
You're unavailable,
They
Abby.
know they see me.
Pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Well, in the spirit of being timeless, time is an illusion, like Einstein once said. But on a serious note, a lot of time has passed since the last recording. We had the international break, and then we've had 2 game weeks since then. And I know you guys have missed us. I certainly have missed doing this, but between life being life, adulting, which is trying, and some personal celebrations that I had to be present.
Obina was tending to family matters.
Yeah, shout out to you, Dave. Happy birthday.
I beg, say that part again.
Which part?
You said something now. Something about birthday.
Please. Okay, well, it was my girlfriend's birthday, so happy birthday. I beg.
That's so cute.
I beg. But yeah, so we took some time off, and also so that people could, gather themselves for the last bit of the season, because exciting times are ahead with the end of the season, both at the top of the league where some of us reside, and at the I guess the mid range where some people are seeming to fall into no names
Wait,
mentioned,
pause.
and then
Wait
relegation
first.
battle.
Wait,
What?
wait. You're supposed to thank me for being a good friend. I'm giving you break twice to go and tend to family matters.
No.
February 14 and and your
March
girlfriend's
29. Now
birthday.
shout out to you.
Uh-uh.
Shout out to you for that.
I'm giving you breaks to attend to family matters.
You are
But
very
wait,
kind.
before we continue, have you
Yeah,
listened to Davido's album?
I have, man. So I've been telling people that Kante song is going to be no, that has the potential of being like one of the songs of the summer, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
Yes.
no, dance floors this summer, yeah. If you're not playing that, you have to fire your DJ,
And,
because
and and the funny thing is the track number of that song
of that song, right?
fits into where Chelsea were, the position Chelsea were when the album came out.
Ngolo, man. No, you can't tell that. The funny thing about that song is you can't tell it's something that Davido would like sing. Like that's a
Yeah,
Davido song. Like
so
it's
yeah.
just talking nonsense. But like the delivery is just on point, man. No, that song, yeah. I don't know how many times I've played it. But no, shout out to Obio for that. We're happy that he's back, after the trying time he had
Yeah.
with the
Shout out to
family.
Davido.
Yeah.
Double 01.
Obio. Okay,
Obio.
so this episode will go as follows. Uh, Sean will, in the next couple of minutes, talk about the weekend review.
I'm
From
not talking about weekend review. I don't talk about weekend review.
okay, that's fine. And then we'll go into in the Premier League. Three teams over the past 2 weeks have seen their managers be relieved of their position. So we'll talk about those teams. I mean, we've touched on some of them in the past, but we'll, I guess, talk about them and where those teams go from here. And then also Bayern Munich during the international break surprised everyone actually with their managerial change. So we'll go into that, and then yeah, this week will mostly be focused on managerial changes and what those mean for the various teams in terms of the present, how they end the
Mhm.
season, and where they move from here, and then we'll review, do a preview of the upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
So as we said, there are 9 games for most teams. There are some teams that, because of their engagement in other competitions, but there are 9 games left, so things are getting juicy. Things are getting spicy um, in the league. But Well, we'll go back. We'll just go. I'll go quickly to the games right after the international break, and then we'll talk. We'll spend a bit more time on the games from this past weekend and those that spilled over into the midweek. Well, actually, that's long talk. I beg. Let's just focus on my team and your team. Um, is there anybody else that we care about really? Actually, now we care about other people. Let's be kind of.
I care about Newcastle City. I care about Liverpool. I care about I care about Chelsea.
Chelsea, those guys. Okay, all right. So right after the international break, the games that we had were, we had. Why am I losing concentration? Yeah. Okay.
Is it texting?
See this man. You're looking for what you say Obina did. Okay, so Arsenal. I'll start off with Chelsea Everton. No, that's even too soon, self. 1 second. There we go. So Liverpool, they lost to Bournemouth. Did we cover that one?
I can't remember. That was before the no, we didn't. That was before the international break, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. We didn't.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So
No, no,
that's
no,
it.
no, 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 no. I predicted that Liverpool was going to lose to Bournemouth.
So we did that weekend.
Yeah, we did that
Time has
weekend. Yeah,
flown, oh.
time has see.
Wow.
Is it not 2 weeks? It's 2 weeks now.
It's 2 weeks. You're right, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. So United. Okay, there we go. So okay, yeah, March 11. No, we predicted, but then
No,
okay. Anyway,
we came back and spoke about Bournemouth. Then
Bournemouth.
I think so. We did not because of the game. There were no games that week, so we did not see anything. We didn't have an episode, but you can start from City Liverpool.
Oh, so okay, so just this past weekend then. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was when
Yeah.
we had
You're
like
right.
international break for 2 weeks. So
For 2 weeks, right? Right. You're right.
yeah,
You're right. So wow. Liverpool
see,
really
this man has
disappointed.
been involved with family that he has lost track of everything.
They
I go
say
love
family
who.
over everything now.
I go
Over
love
them
who.
all. No, but okay. So City Liverpool. I mean, everyone expected that to be, a big game as based on the form of both teams over the past 5-6 years. But City just blew Liverpool out, especially like out of it, especially from like midway through the first half and then most of the second half. Like
Yep.
Liverpool just couldn't cope.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't cope. So
It was after that goal that things changed.
after Liverpool's goal, after Salah's goal,
Salah's goal, yeah.
yeah. So it was 4-1. Then Bournemouth surprised everyone, beat Fulham 2-1. Arsenal, just another day in the office, beat Leeds 4-1. No, I mean it. Now a cracker of a match, a fantastic match from this past weekend. From this weekend was Brighton Brentford.
Yep.
That was a very good game.
Mm-hmm.
3-3. Palace, Leicester again. Oh, Leicester too. They lost to Palace, and I think that was this guy's last match, Brendan Rodgers.
Yep.
Which we will also talk about too. Forest Wolves 1-1, and then Villa under Unai Emery. Good evening. Shout out to my former Arsenal coach. Did the job against Chelsea
yeah.
at the Stamford Bridge 2-0, and that was Graham Potter's last match. West Ham beat Southampton in the battle for relegation, so that was good. And then Newcastle making St. James Park a fortress, or at least trying to beat United convincingly. In fact, anyway, they beat United convincingly 2-0. And then Tottenham, as is typical of them, could not sustain and hold on to their advantage. And so,
Woman advantage.
right, yeah. Well, they ended up getting a red card too, but
Yeah,
1-1.
yeah.
So disappointed. Well, I mean, that's fine by me, honestly. And then yesterday, Chelsea. Bro, these people have been playing 0-0 draws. Like it's actually a problem now,
Calamity twins.
bro. 0-0 Chelsea Liverpool. Villa again beat Leicester 2-1. Oli Watkins has been scoring a lot of goals. Leeds beat Nottingham Forest 2-1 to climb up the table now.
Mm.
And then Brighton, with some Mitoma magic, beat Bournemouth 2-0. And then Newcastle today just beat West Ham 5-1 away, which is fantastic because now they are starting to show that they can do it both at home and away.
Mm-hmm.
And then United somehow beat Brentford 1-0. Actually, I'll give it to you guys. You guys, the game was mostly played in their half, even though you didn't create too many chances. But it was a solid 1-0 performance, I would say. Yeah. So yeah, those were the games from this weekend. Shell, do you have anything you want to talk about from these?
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about Chelsea Villa.
Okay.
You know where Villa was when
Emery came.
Emery came in? They
Yeah.
were they were touching the sun. They were so close to the sun, about to get burnt. And so I know we are familiar with his style of play. We know his pedigree. We know his history. But I think one thing that stood out for me was what Wright said when he came. He was like, this man's going to cook something. That he wants a club where there's not too much pressure,
Yeah.
and he can take his time to mold them in his fold and how he wants them to play.
Right.
And if you look at the tables, look at the log, these guys are seventh.
Yeah.
For heaven's sake, it was yesterday I noticed. I was like, yo, these
Yeah.
guys are actually seventh,
Yep.
and they are 6 points below Tottenham. 6 points.
You're right.
That's crazy. Do you know
Yeah.
how crazy that is?
Yeah. No, it's incredible. And the thing is, so Unai Emery, like historically, has always been this kind of coach that, punch, especially in big games, right? That's what you get. He punches well above his weight. Like I remember his time at Villarreal. The guy, like whenever they would play Barcelona of like Pep's Barcelona, like back in the when Barcelona was flying, when they play Madrid, like you would see that this guy is or his
Yep.
Valencia, you would
Mhm.
see that this guy is like pushing these teams like to the very very edge. Obviously they would triumph. I don't think he actually had like any victory against Pep's Barca then, but you would see like he would push them to the very edge, and then at the end, obviously that little man will work some magic, and
It
it's
was
like,
magic.
yeah, no, but like pound for pound, he would be there. So and then when he came to Arsenal, right? Honestly speaking, I just feel like the nature of the game in England, especially with the big four, I guess now you could say big six teams, is such that if you don't win like 3-4 games back to back, like you
Yeah.
become like there's so much pressure under you, like you're under so much pressure, sorry, that uh you know it can destabilize you even if you have a game plan. So it
Yeah.
takes a certain kind of person, and the fact that he didn't want like he wasn't like super loved by the fans, and then the fact that we lost to Chelsea in Baku, the Europa League final, right? That didn't really. There was no way like he could work any kind of magic with the fans. But if you watch the way Arsenal was playing under that guy, there were some games where it was like, wow, this team is actually looking really, really nice.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, and now he put the nail on on your guy's coffin. So
Potter.
that's part of it. I was saying this, that I felt they were going to sack Potter. Like it was too, like even when you are like, okay, we'll see what this guy's going to do. Let's see. But when it became so bad, it was just
Yeah.
inevitable.
No,
There was no way
yeah.
they could finish the season that way. And yeah, they needed something. They needed the shake up. And
No,
you cannot you
we'll
cannot
talk
sack.
about the sacking later on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you cannot sack the players. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, shout out to Aston Villa for that. They are very well in the fight for Europe now. That fight for Europe is also really, really tight. That's another thing I want to talk about.
Mm.
Like from like United, actually, well, I'll put Newcastle in there. So third place to Brentford now have fallen off, so that's 10 points. To like Liverpool, and a bunch of
No,
these teams face each other
Brentford
for
is
the
43 points to Liverpool.
but Liverpool, they have a game in hand. So
Uh,
I guess we can put them in there. We can lump them in there. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to look at the game.
Look
You
at
have
the
to look at your
table. Yeah,
points that you have.
yeah,
You cannot, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Brent, so from third to ninth, there are 10 points in between them, and a bunch of these teams play each other. So points will be won and
Dropped,
lost.
yeah.
Um, for example, like United still have to play Tottenham and Brighton, who are what? What do you say?
Yeah, no. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, so so I know that I can be sure that United will drop points there. So I'm looking forward to the end of the season. I for you people that are scrapping for places in Europe, and also the relegation battle too is starting to. I mean, some teams are starting to give themselves some space, but it's clear that it seems likely though that Southampton is most likely a guaranteed
To relegate.
team to get relegated. Leicester too is edging. I mean they're 2 points away from 15th, and well, in fact 4 points away from 13th place. But I just can't see them winning any games right now. Like they just look so toothless. So I don't know, but interesting times. And then at the top of the table, what do you have to say? I okay, or let me. Are you still of the opinion that City is letting Arsenal win this league? Oh, City is not playing as well as you have put it in the past.
I
Because
mean,
I have a counter to that.
they finally woken up, but I feel it's too late. I feel it's too late to want to do something. So we'll see. I cannot guarantee that City will not drop points to the end of the season. So even though they've done it before, where they've gone on a roll and not dropping any points, but this current City is yet to be seen. I mean, I'll be impressed if they do. If they, okay, no, I won't be impressed, but I'll be happy if they end the season without dropping any points.
So
Even
you want
though
City to win the
Grealish,
league, is what you're saying?
yes, I've said this many times. Grealish is coming to his own, not coming back, coming to his own.
Yeah.
KDB is playing like someone insulted him and said, "You this albino, you cannot play football." And you have Mahrez doing his own thing on the right hand side,
Yeah.
and Alan is there. They now have Alvarez that is like that guy is always on turbo.
Whenever he
Striking
plays, he
everybody.
scores. I don't understand it. Like he just finds a way to score.
It's because his quality. Like Alvarez will be a starter in another
Yeah,
team.
no, certainly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like City has quality. That's
But
why
here's the thing, Shio.
yeah.
Here's the thing. So you know how you and some other people have said that City, the reason Arsenal is doing well this season is because City is not playing well and everybody just seems to want Arsenal to win. But so some people went and looked at the numbers, and I have them for you here. In the past 10 years, after 29 games, yeah, after 29 matches, um, City have this, except for the season where they finished with 100 points, where after 29 games they had 78 points. Arsenal is outperforming them every season in the past 10 years, except that one season. So I'll quickly go over them. So 2013-14, they had 62 points after 29 games. 13-14, so that's 12-13, they had 62. 13-14, they had 64. 14-15, they had 58. That's the Leicester season. 15-16, they had 51. 16-17, they had 58. 17-18, which is where they finished with 100 points, they had 78. 18-19, they had 71. 19-20, they had 60. 20-21, they had 68. 21-22, they had 70 points. So out of those 10 years, Arsenal is actually outperforming City. I just want you to take it back.
Okay. Can I say
Take it back,
something?
please.
Can I say
Please
something?
take it back.
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead.
In the past 5 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
what position did Arsenal finish?
Eighth. Eighth, what, sixth? I mean, not anywhere near the top.
Okay. So are you telling me that those seasons
Fifth, last
had any
season.
bearing on where you're finishing this season?
last season did. I mean, there was a clear improvement between the season before and last season, right? We went from eighth to narrowly missing out on the Champions League last season.
Okay.
And then now, I mean, we're ahead of schedule this season, as Arteta has said, because the man has, a multiple stage plan, and we're well ahead of the schedule.
Okay.
But it has always been clear that the team is improving.
Okay. So here's my point.
Mhm.
Every season is unique. Every season has its own challenges. Referees do their things, VAR do their things, managers get sacked, players get injured, players get transferred, players get bought. So every season is unique. That's why I don't usually buy into that idea of, oh, one manager. And this also goes to United fans too. They're bringing in where was it Ole or I don't know where he was at points where we are this season and how many points are trying to do comparison. Every season is unique. You need to learn how to navigate your season. You cannot be because you were first last season. You think this season will be very easy for you to like, oh, I was first, I should be part of the teams to win the league. People
No,
say
no, no.
that. Wait, relax. People always predict that, oh, who are the title contenders? Fine, because of the way you played last season. But strange things can happen. For example, Juventus, they were deducted 13 points. Napoli, nobody saw Napoli. If you are told a Serie A fan has said, oh, Napoli is going to win the league this season, they'll tell you no. You know why? Because their manager is one of those guys that never does well second part of the season. And Serie A fans will be like, there's no way in life Napoli is going to win. I remember one of my friends who is a Roman fan. I said, Napoli is going to win the league this season. He was like, no way. Spalletti is always struggling second half of the season. And see what is happening there. Each season is unique. You might be right. Arsenal might be ahead of the curve, no problem. But you cannot use previous seasons to judge a team. You
Um,
cannot.
no, 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 no. But no, no. I agree that each season is unique, but previous seasons can give you an insight into how a season will pan out. Obviously, I mean, the future is is open ended, so many things can happen. There's no doubt about that. But judging by the way Arsenal was, and I speak for my team because that's my prime concern. Judging from the way Arsenal was playing, it was clear that at the very least, Champions League was theirs for the taking. Mind you, I said this to a friend of mine, and I've always said this, and you know this from about me. Going into every season, I expect Arsenal to compete for the league. As in, that is a given. Now, obviously, things can happen, and the season, it might not pan out that way. But personally speaking, from the time I became an Arsenal fan, even the days when like Danielson was my DM, Song was my DM, I had a cliche in my defense. Like I I still expect Arsenal because that's it's in
You
our
remember,
DNA.
remember when you said Eleni was better than Matic?
I
Remember
I, I said because I have that conviction in my
in
team.
a season that Matic was about to win the league,
That's good enough.
and you said Eleni was better than Matic.
That's
You
that's
see how
fine.
ridiculous you are.
No, it's not.
Anyways,
It's not
see,
about
you know
ridiculous.
what?
It's
You know what? You
it's
know
the
what?
belief I have in my team.
Don't worry. I'm going to ask you just one question. Let us move to our next
Yeah,
topic.
yeah.
Is Arsenal going to be a title contender next season?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So let's move to the next
Like
topic, I
I've
beg.
no no, no, let's to round off on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've said, I expect Arsenal as it is why I fell in love with the team. I expect them to be. It's like you have an intelligent child and then the child is not doing well. Like you be like, this is not who you are. Like you should be doing very, very well in school. You should be doing, or you have a company that like has a fantastic product, and then the company is not now, making, providing the services that that they can be providing. You'll be asking
Mm-hmm.
questions like, "Ah, but I know you, you have the capacity to do this." So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, exciting time to be an Arsenal fan. 9 games left, and we have a big one this weekend.
I'm tired of talking about Arsenal. Please, let's talk about something else,
You
please.
shouldn't, my guy.
I'm
All right,
tired.
so moving on. Um, Man, there have been a lot of changes to teams lately. Go on. I think you take
Yeah, we've had a lot of changes in the past. Is it 3 weeks or 2 weeks?
3 weeks, including
Oh
including
yeah,
yeah.
Conte. So I kind of felt that Conte was going to be sacked, and the timing of his rant coincided with the international break, and that's what most teams usually do in APL. They say, "Oh, mutual agreements. We want to part ways," and usually falls into the international break. So
Right.
that was coming. That was coming. So I have wanted to say about that. Before I make my comment, what do you say about that sack?
No, I mean, so when he first signed there, I mean, I know that Antonio Conte is the kind of coach that he likes to have a lot of influence on his teams. So if and his well, first there are a couple of things. His style of play is unique. I didn't think that he fit Tottenham's style of play to where he can play counter-attacking football because of the kind of players that they have. The current crop of players that they have at Tottenham, they are very. I don't want to say because I mean obviously at that level you should be have some degree of technicality, but they're not as. I don't see them as rugged as traditional Conte players. So from his time at Juve or Inter or his winning team at Chelsea, I didn't see that with Tottenham players. One and then two, it seems like Daniel Levy wants to have a lot of influence on the team, and I don't think that will go well with Conte's style. So I didn't see that marriage working out well. But again, in football, there are things that
Things happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
things happen. And then it just felt like he couldn't get the best. I mean, Son, who has been a fantastic player over the past couple of seasons, did not fire. Lucas Moura was practically non-existent. And then when he brought in his Juve players, so Kulusevski
Kulusevski.
and Bentancur,
Yeah.
you could see that their fortune started to change. So Tottenham started to win games more. They started to look more like a Conte type team, a counter-attacking team. But you have the problem of Harry Kane and Son, and those two have to play, right? And all of a sudden, Harry Kane became a penalty merchant, like it just felt like, yeah, it just wasn't working out, in my opinion. And so I think it was time for him to go. Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, you said some of things I would like to share, and I also think the team's culture plays a role in how fortunate you are.
Yeah.
See, I 100% believe in that. I believe in how you set up your team,
Organization.
your
Yeah.
management starts from
The
the top.
organization, right?
Start from the organization, how your management, because I don't for the life of me, I don't know why Dan Levy is not the manager. He's not the one coaching the team. Because since he knows so much about
He knows
football,
so much.
like if I was Conte, I'd be like, you know what,
Come and
come and
carry
take
the
my
job.
job. Like
Come and
let's
do it.
swap. It seems to know a lot because you cannot tell me that in the past how many seasons they've switched 3 managers
Yeah.
and it's the same problems. You cannot tell me those 3 managers are so bad.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
might not
Pochettino
be
took them to the final of the Champions League.
like you cannot okay. Let's even say four managers. You cannot tell me those 4 managers are so bad that you are doing the same thing, the same problem keeps rearing its head at every point in time.
Yeah.
So I knew Conte wasn't going to last, but it was just a matter of okay, how long will it last for, and how long will this manage be for? It was very obvious that things will not pan out properly because the 2 players he brought in from Juve, you could see that those guys wanted to play football.
Yeah.
If those players had gone to either Manchester United or Arsenal, they will add a lot
Of
to
value.
those teams.
Yep. Yep.
But they came into the team, they were doing well, and all of a sudden everything just went poof because of the people around them.
Yeah.
So it was inevitable, and we'll
Another
see.
thing I want to add to that is, yeah, I think there needs to be a way. I don't know, certain teams, because for so long they've been so comfortable with certain players, they find it very difficult to move on. So, for example, I don't understand how an Eric Dyer,
Mm.
will be. And I have a friend who's a Tottenham fan, and I'm like, so what is the problem with, like, why is it that why can't you guys, for example, hold on to leads, like, see games through,
Mm-hmm.
and Hugo Lloris has been there for God knows how long. He's such an error-prone goalkeeper, but he will always start there,
Yeah.
right? Eric Dyer, the same thing. Fine. What's his name? Hoybier is solid in the midfield, but like there are other. I mean, you have a Bissouma who you got from Brighton for so much money. He doesn't even get to play. Like,
Yeah.
what is your transfer policy, and what kind of structure are you trying to build? With the crop of players that you have. So
You
I don't
see,
know. I'm fine with
it
Spurs
still goes
struggling,
back to
Sha.
Levy. It still
Huh?
goes back to Levy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because so I remember when Jose Mourinho was with them, I have a friend who believed that Jose Mourinho is not a good manager anymore. That why is he struggling with Tottenham? And I kept saying that it's not
It's not just the
Mourinho problem.
manager.
It's
Yeah.
not a manager problem. I mean, manager can be part of the problem, but the structure is just all over the place.
Yeah.
And speaking of that structure, Chelsea.
Chelsea. No, we bashed on them too much. And so one of my very, very good friends, who's a Chelsea fan, even though he's a closeted Chelsea fan now because of how they're struggling, and so he just moved to Arsenal. You know who he is? That's my junior brother right there. You know who you are. But he's now claims to be an Arsenal fan. But yeah, we've bashed them enough.
See,
But they
wait.
deserve it. They deserve it.
That boy is not an Arsenal fan. No. He's always disturbing me that he's a United fan too. Don't believe
Oh,
him.
really? He's playing United too.
And I told him he should not come. He should not bring his bad luck. He just stays Chelsea. He should not bring his bad luck to that club. But yeah, but you know,
Goo.
but you know what's funny now? They've just hired Lampard an interim.
Yeah, short term. Yeah.
But to me, see, I have problem with that interim management thing. United suffered for me because I don't believe in now you are being an interim manager. Those players 100% will not be loyal to him because I know by the end of the season he's gone. And you've wasted a whole, let's say 3 months, and preseason comes, you are all over the place looking for new manager.
No.
Manager comes.
So I think for their case, they have two prime targets, and they've already started speaking with them. So the first target, and in fact today both of them were in London to speak with like Chelsea upper management.
Yeah.
Right. So the first is Julian Nagelsmann, former Bayern.
Yep.
And then the person who I think is Luis Enrique.
So
yeah.
Wait. So thank you that you made mention of that. These are one of the things that someone like myself struggle with administration. You knew you're going to sack this guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the guy said something very strange in the press conference that and they did to be sacked immediately. It was coming. Why weren't you penning down people that you can talk to and see what decision will be? Because now you are in for example, I'll use United as an example. United had interim before the interim, and interim came before the manager. Like that was rubbish in my own opinion. That was total waste of time because you wasted a whole 6 months.
No,
doing nonsense.
But high caliber coaches, though, I don't know that too many high caliber coaches want to come in the middle of a season where the wheels are already falling apart. So
it doesn't. See. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Don't believe in that. You know what? There are two types of managers. The managers that currently have the job. Sorry, managers that are jobless and managers that are ready to be sacked. They know they are ready. Trust me, if you have the right project, you don't even need to have the right project. See, Ancelotti took Everton. Who will believe Ancelotti will take Everton? Jose Mourinho took Spurs, and they were rivals. Conte pick Spurs. So it's not about middle of season. Like if you have the right project, or if you have a big name, or if the project is just okay, they will come. Players come middle of season. It's all those things are myths. They're just myths.
No. I mean, well, if I'm Luis Enrique, there's no way I'm touching Chelsea with 100% a 20-foot pole at this point.
Don't try it.
In the but if they can get some cohesion and finish in the top half of the season, and he is given the sort of player, because they have to offload a number of players as well.
Yes.
I mean, there's no reason why Marco Corella should be there at Chelsea. There's no reason why.
Don't allow my friend hear that part though. If this Corella is a bowler.
Once upon a time, Mendy was their number. Well, I don't know what the situation is with Mendy. So, like, there are a number of players that they need to figure out the status, of the situation with them, and then good luck to Chelsea fans, but there are many tough days ahead because I
So
don't see them finishing in top half of the season.
when they won't, they won't.
Top
So
half of the league.
I
Yeah.
believe, I believe, I believe it will be Nagelsmann. Enrique will be like, you are jokers. I'm not ready to be in this.
But he has explicitly said he wants to come to the Premier League. So where would he go to? And he's in the job market now. So and he has to go to a high profile team. So the only other place I'm looking at, I mean, he can't come to Arsenal. He can't go to City. He can't go to Newcastle. He can't go to United. He can't go to
Liverpool.
Liverpool. No, I think Klopp is still there. Klopp
Mm-hmm.
is still good. So I'm looking at Spurs.
Oh,
But
okay.
but this is my thinking. But I don't know why Luis Enrique would end up at a Tottenham of all places. You've coached Barcelona,
Ahead of Chelsea. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. We'll see.
So Nagelsmann, I'm hearing that Nagelsmann wants to go to Spurs.
Spurs, yeah,
He wants to come and end his career. He wants to end his career.
bro. But I mean, the guy was at Leipzig, right? And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he ends up at Bayern Munich. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. I didn't understand that when Bayern did it, Sha, but they know their football. And then look at how quickly they dropped the guy like a hot potato. Meanwhile, this guy was already he dispatched of PSG so easily.
Wait. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of this podcast when I was talking about Bayern and their struggles. I mentioned two teams that I don't understand why they are playing that way. Bayern and Madrid. If you can remember vividly,
Mm-hmm.
I remember telling you that these guys are struggling maybe because of the break or I don't know. But I'm one of the very few people that is not surprised they sacked him. 100%.
No, well, so for me, the surprising thing because they were a point behind. Dortmund.
Union Bet. No, at a point they were in point
They were
behind Union
no,
Berlin.
but the league was tight, so it
It was
was
just going
three,
back and forth. Yeah.
it was a three horse race, and then they had gotten to the champion. They had beaten PS. He beat PSG,
Yes.
and
No man away.
convincingly, exactly. So, and the thing with the Bundesliga, as far as I'm concerned, is just Bayern, and then like
Others. Mm-hmm.
it's just like for the others they are just there to make up the numbers because at the end of the day 18 teams play and then Bayern wins the league. That's how the Bundesliga is in my eyes. Like everybody just competes, but at the end of the day, because you could give Dortmund, for example, plus 10 at the start of the season, and you can be sure that Bayern will still find a way to catch up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like I don't take that seriously. It's in the Champions League that you then grade a Bayern Munich or back in the day a Lyon or a Juve, of in the previous seasons, and they seem to fall short.
Careful where you're heading towards. Be
No,
very
no,
careful.
no,
Be very careful.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
knows me now. At the end of the day,
Eh?
but no, let's stay on course.
Be careful because you are going somewhere. I'm sure you don't want to be in that place you are going to.
Let's focus on where we are going to. I know what you want to see. I know
Okay.
that was in the past. If Bayern should come face Arsenal now, they'll collect.
No. Not even that.
Oh, okay.
So from what you've said now, I 100% agree with you. Now imagine you saying that it is sure for them to win the league and they are struggling now. So you can imagine that kind of situation. Like it's sure that you're going to win the league. Like it's certain.
When you say that they are struggling, I mean now they're ahead. They're first in the league.
No. So they are first in the league, but I watch their games and teams go at them. Teams that shouldn't go at them.
They don't have to play top-notch football, like classical Bayern, attacking from beginning to win games. That's to show you how, because when the rubber meets the road, like when they played PSG, they dismantled PSG. As in PSG couldn't even do anything.
Again, expectations differ. When you expect the team to dispatch of other smaller teams and they start struggling, the fans expect differently. For example, Dortmund, if you're a manager of Dortmund, you are the best manager in the world because there's no pressure for you to win the league, but you can sneakily win the league. Be like, well, there's no pressure, I'm just doing well. And you have the second best team in the league. So you're just like enjoying life. You're just stylishly enjoying your crumbs that Bayern drops for you. But when you are a Bayern manager, you are expected to play a certain way and expected to win the league convincingly. So
and you typically end up doing that.
Yes, but the way it's going, I don't know if you watch their games. I watch their games. I do watch their games, and I
Yeah, I watch
noticed.
them not as much.
I don't know. I watch their games, and I noticed how they are like struggling. That's why I was again. If I don't even remember me saying that I don't understand what's going on with Bayern. I don't understand what's going on with Madrid. Like I knew this was coming, and you saying just this is just for banter. Pep with Bayern, they've not win Champions League. So let's move to the next manager. What was the next manager that got sacked?
Vieira at Palace.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, I
yes, yes.
just yeah, we actually skipped that
We
one. Yeah.
skip that. Yes. So one of my friends pointed out that he kept playing Ayu and benched our Niger boy,
Which was Berichi.
Eberichi.
Yeah.
And honestly, my God, Ayu is frustrating.
He is. He is. He is. He is.
I'm like, why is this guy always starting? Why? Like, the guy is so
There is
frustrating.
first of all, Palace is a very black team, but
Yeah, yeah,
no, that team,
yeah.
yeah.
Someone said something about this Liverpool player, this black defender. What's his name?
Konate, he
He
should
said
go and play
Konate
for
should go
Palace.
to. He should have made his brother say Palace.
No, but he fit to no, cause like no, there was a time when this guy was there, Cheku Kuyate. Is he still there? Actually, I haven't seen him play in a while.
I've not seen him play well too.
Yeah, but
Hope
no,
he's okay.
like they have a lot of brothers there. Shout out to Vieira.
Yeah, like I think he's just architect of his own downfall.
No, but Sean, like, how can you like the guy? I think it was like what over 5 games. I don't think he won, but he was still in that 12th place. Like they were like that's to show you how like in the league is such a difficult place. But he had done a good job
In the past, yes.
with the resources that he had.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, I don't want to say this, but I have to say this. It's difficult how cheer for our brothers, man.
is what?
It's difficult how dear for our brothers.
Yeah, it is. It
It's
is.
difficult, like things that other people will get away with, we
Yeah.
won't get away with it.
But then the management was, I guess, vindicated in that they won their first game after
It's normal. It's very normal. It's very normal.
Yeah,
New manager bounce.
new
It's not
manager.
anything.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see where they win.
we'll see where they end. But I think Palace will be safe at the comment of
I
season.
mean, he has done enough work in the past, so
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
yeah. I think they should be fine. And then the last one, the last manager, I guess, was Nagelsmann at Bayern. But we've already
Yeah,
talked
we
about
speak
that.
about that. Yeah.
So
I'm surprised Klopp still has this job because he himself is surprised. He was like, the
yeah.
question. He was saying that I know the question you want to ask me. I want to ask that. Why am I still here?
No, I mean, but the thing. So here's the thing. Liverpool over the past week they played three. Well, they have 3 big games this week. They played one. They got battered by City. They played Chelsea. They drew. So
They drew,
I guess
and I'm
if you
playing
go by
Arsenal next.
the law of threes, where you split them evenly, then one would expect that you'll beat Arsenal this weekend.
Nah.
But
Nah.
and look at how you're salivating at that. But
Nah, they won't. They won't.
they
Trust me, I
can't.
know.
Yeah, I don't think
They
they will.
won't.
Although they rested
Maybe a draw.
Salah, Van Dijk, and Robertson.
Like that will change anything. These guys are struggling. These guys are very poor. It won't change anything. It won't. And
Yeah,
it's funny
they
because
look so disjointed.
Salah starts this season. He's still okay, but
It's just him.
moments.
Yeah,
Just moments. He has moments. It's not like it's consistent.
And
Like
even
that's why.
like they're pressing everything. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
it's not the
and
people that we know.
funny enough, Klopp knew that City took the leg off the gas. He said it's like, oh,
Yeah.
City were generous. They didn't want to like. You see, and if they're playing United, they want to score like 10 goals.
Yeah. Yes,
Crazy.
you have to destroy your enemies while you're at it. But
so before I move on, let me ask you this question.
sure.
I don't know if you follow the women basketball, college basketball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The NCAA,
injuries. Yeah. So what's your take on banter on the pitch and
No, I'm all for it, man. Like, I mean, look,
trash talking?
trash talking. Look, man, you and I, we trash talk, but like, it's. I mean, it's all it's part of what like makes it exciting, especially at that stage where fans get to see people be so passionate about
Yeah.
scoring points,
Mm-hmm.
and letting out both their frustrations and joys out. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was clear that LSU was going to get the championship or win the championship.
Was it clear?
I mean, well, yeah,
Iowa was good too.
throughout the season, but the way LSU had been playing, you could tell that they had that bite in them. You could tell that they had that
True.
bite, and they
True.
wanted it. So
Yeah.
so and also, like, man, it's just friend. It's like one of the things with sports is that banter. I think healthy banter is a part of sports because these people are human beings and they put in a lot of emotion. So when you come up against an opponent who thinks that they're good enough, you have to every now and then you have to say, yo, you're
You're
all right,
trash. You're trash.
but you're trying, you're not my level. You get, and
Yep.
even like, I mean, even with video games, when I play video games with my boys, like, there's banter, but like that's where it stops because it doesn't.
It's not personal.
Yeah, it's not personal. But then after the game, you start seeing all these old adults, mostly men, obviously, calling her classless and saying,
Doesn't make any sense.
So first of all, there's the racism aspect of it. Then there's also the misogyny part of it as well.
Yep. Being
So
sexist. Yeah.
now, and then I saw some.
I,
I don't know if you saw the thing about Joe Biden wanting to invite the
I saw
Iowa.
that one too. I was like,
my
God, why? Like, why? Like, why are you giving? But I'm one of those people that eats participation trophy. If I lose, let me just go home. Let me go and soak in my L, and the next day let me wake up and
do you want to know
go back to training.
Do you want to know what now annoyed me? Do you remember when USA beat Thailand? Was it 13-0 in women's football?
Yes.
I remember how, like, I was like, yo, like, I mean, it's the same people who are trying to tone police injuries and say, oh, that she was clapped. They were very happy when Alex Morgan was drinking cup of tea.
Yes.
And,
England.
What was that one? Megan, what's her name? Number 7, the one with the colored hair.
Yeah.
She was doing the doggy, hitting the dance steps and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing here, folks?
It reminds me of one of our friends. We played ball together. He told me about a story where he was playing this pickup game, and the other team he was playing against were trash talking his team.
Yeah.
And his teammates were quiet. He was like, why is this people not talking? Like, he was playing because he didn't have us to back him up. He was angry, like, how are you people just quiet? Like, talk back now, say something. It was so painful. Like, you have to tell these players that you are awful. Up, man. Yeah. Like, you think you just dribble me now. Like, come and do it again. I'm going to take you out. Like, you have to say it. If not, the person is going to have that advantage over you. Like, you have to be in that person's head. That's how football is.
Exactly. And that's a good point you raised. Trash talking too. It gets we're human beings, and things, even though we might deny that they don't get to us, things can't get to you. So it's also a way of it's mental psychology to where you can then throw someone off their game when you say something that they don't expect you to say. So, bro, I'm all for it, man.
I mean, but respectively, though. Respectively.
Exactly, as long as it's healthy. Because remember when that's how this guy went and he saw Zidane's mom.
No.
Headbutt.
No, I don't like that one.
That was unhealthy. And well,
it changed the course of so many things in the world because that man should have won the world best player that year.
And France should have won World Cup.
France should have won World Cup, honestly, because it was killing them.
Easy. But so
let's go to the weekend review, right?
Weekend predictions, right?
Yeah.
So are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
I'm always ready. All right, so the first game of the weekend, United Everton.
Why be the first one?
Why are you afraid now?
7:30. Christ. 7:30. I think we're going to lose that game.
As you should.
Everton is. I'll say a draw because the way Everton is playing now, they're playing seriously and.
Yeah, their life depends on it.
They're just playing like if I want no good, you all no go good. So make both of us spoil. That's what they're playing now.
No, but did you see that goal this weekend from on Monday, Michael Keane against Tottenham?
I saw it.
Wow.
I was like, you know what's funny? It was when I caused the penalty.
Yes. Yes. No, the
It
guy
was a
had one
penalty.
of those games because earlier in the match he had cleared the ball off the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a Michael Keown game. Like it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah. So you say a draw. Me, I say Everton 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess we're not doing scores. We'll just say wins.
Yeah, just win. Yeah.
Villa, Nottingham Forest.
I see Villa winning because
Yeah.
I see them winning.
Yeah, I say Villa win. Brentford, Newcastle. That is a very
Newcastle.
good game.
Newcastle is winning. Newcastle is winning because those guys, they don't concede. They don't allow you play. They score you goals. They just no.
Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle. I say Newcastle win. Fulham, West Ham. I say Fulham.
Moyes is getting sacked after this game. I see a draw.
Like,
I see a draw.
really? I see.
If West Ham doesn't win, so the thing is, I have two scenarios: a draw or a West Ham like blowout. Like West Ham will blow out Fulham.
Really?
Is that how it's? Yeah.
Nah. I see a Fulham win, but Moyes will still stay there. So you say you have to stick to one.
Okay, I say a draw.
A draw. Okay. I see a Fulham win. Leicester, Bournemouth.
That's a draw. Those teams are two. I don't know what's wrong. Let us say it's also all over the place. See a draw.
I see a Bournemouth win. So it's a draw. Yeah. I'm recording this now because in the past I've been letting you escape, but this time around,
record.
I'm here for you.
Record.
I say a Bournemouth win. Then Spurs, Brighton. That's a good game.
Brighton all the way.
Mitoma Magic, Abi.
I don't know how they want to survive that.
So he said, yeah, I see Brighton. Wolves, Chelsea.
Wolves. Chelsea is gonna win this game.
Yeah. Because Joao Felix is looking really, really nice.
You know, since he's been playing for Chelsea,
he has been carrying them. He's showing the promise that like he has always had. He's exciting, man.
So the thing is, he has always played that way. It's just that I guess because of the team he came from, they're always far from the post.
Yeah. Nah, he's looking nice, and he and Enzo are gelling well.
Yeah.
Southampton City. Come on.
If City cannot be Southampton, I think every game should be about him signing, like being ready to sign his sack letter. It's typed already. It's typed. Just for him to. In fact, he's holding the pen. It's like, okay, final whistle, sign or don't sign. That's the situation.
Leeds Palace.
I see this game will be like a lot of goals.
Yeah, it could either be a very boring game or a lot of goals.
I see Leeds. Let me pick Leeds.
I see a draw. I see a draw. And then the game of the weekend.
I see an Arsenal win, but I would love it. I would love to be there.
6-1.
I would love to be there. I would love Liverpool to win. But Arsenal will win. Arsenal will win.
Okay, yeah, I have Arsenal winning as well. So it'll be it should be, and then it'll be down to 8 games. So yeah, well, that's the show for this week. We're back, and we will be here with you every week until the end of the season.
No more. Be there.
Yeah, sure. Once again, no more long pauses or breaks. We'll be here till the end of the season. Abi?
Well, it depends on you.
No more family time.
Yeah, the family man. Yeah, the family man.
Well, actually, there'll always be family time, but there'll also be podcast time. So, yeah.
You're the family man. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, now. Till next time.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, for your prayers. Don't relent. See, your reward is on earth and as is in heaven. Let's just keep praying. United is your team.
Arsenal for life. Come on, you Gunners.
So come on, you Gunners.
Oh, yeah, no.
All right. Yeah, bye.
Yeah.